This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The Trippers, the Grasshoppers, the Hip Ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Racial consultants are standing by. Caller 9 at 844-999. Ola will play Profile this in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on. But Mike Hawk is out. These are the stories he would have been working on if he were here.
No, these are the stories he would have not been working on, see.
Right, but he's here. But he's not. According to, what do they always say? They're so much an idiot, they're so stupid they can't do this and this at the same time?
Like walk and chew gum. Yeah, walk and chew gum.
Walk and chew gum, that's what you hear. According to a new study, if you want to lose weight, it could be as simple as chewing gum while you walk. Not just chewing gum. Not just walking. Neither one of these help you. Walking is not bad, chewing gum is not bad. But when you put them together, for some reason, researchers found that people who chewed gum during a walk had higher heart rates, used more energy, and lost more weight.
So if you're fat, you're stupid? Is that what you're saying?
What they're saying
is a test of your IQ because you can't walk and chew gum at the same time?
For some reason, if you can put them together, your body burns more energy.
Who can't actually walk and chew gum, though?
I don't know, but I never thought about just... I mean, sometimes I chew gum, but every time I take a walk, all right, pop some gum.
Why not, man?
Well, researchers do note that if you notice gum chewers, they're pretty skinny. Like
Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll first comes to mind.
Nervous, thing where they're just chomping away like that. If they weren't doing that, they would just be slaughtering rats on crack. You know what I mean? Like
Are they on crack? The rats on crack?
I believe they are.
All right.
Even if rats are, it wouldn't matter.
So shouldn't it be like attacking rat?
You know the gum chewer, man. You don't want to deal with the gum chewer. Should foods like chicken fingers and grilled cheese be promoted from the kids' menu to the adult menu?
Well, put them on both.
People on Twitter are debating it, and the consensus seems to be yes, they should also be available to adults.
What people like grilled cheese?
What restaurant do you go to that generally doesn't have chicken fingers? For adults, too.
Like I know if they're right. Grilled cheese might not make it to adult menu, but they might call them chicken something else, but it's the same damn thing, and there's more of them, right?
Yeah.
Here's shocking news. 1 in 4 women say they've shown up to a wedding and seen another woman wearing the same outfit. And
they were bridesmaids.
1/3 of them say the other woman looked better in it, damn it.
Oh, well, of course she did.
A new study in Italy found that dentists
can take a poll and be like, yeah, I look better than that bitch.
You know it. You know it.
right. It's kind of a no-win question for those women.
Me. New study in Italy found that dentists can smell fear. And they're more likely to make mistakes when they do.
Yeah, you're in their office.
You can just smell the fear. Well,
you're making them nervous.
Apparently, there's something that your body puts off that is the smell of fear. I don't know why.
It could be your wide eyes staring at them as well. Maybe, that might be a tip-off to a dentist that you're feeling uncomfortable.
I don't know what the key is with dentists. Maybe they've just huffed so much nitrous, they just got that unique smell that they can pick it up there.
I snuff so much nitrous, I can smell fear.
A guy in Florida was trying to hide from the cops last week. For some reason, though, before he hid in a bush, though, he took off his T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. All right.
His camouflage T-shirt.
He took off camouflage to hide behind vegetation.
He jumped into a bush to hide, but took off his camouflage T-shirt. So they spotted his pale ass, and he got a warning for trespassing.
So we can officially admit that people just like to wear camouflage and can't even fathom what it actually is.
That's kind of good news, though.
Yep.
Because if everyone you saw was like, nah, man, I'm wearing this for a reason. You're like, Jesus Christ.
No, but I mean, you would just think like...
I think you'd understand what it is.
Police in Massachusetts pulled over a driver with their big cardboard sunshade, the kind that looks like aluminum foil.
Yeah.
They were covering their entire windshield with that while driving down the road, just peeking out a little crack there at the top. Driver got a citation for dangerous driving.
That is fantastic.
I wonder how hot it was that day.
It doesn't matter, man.
I mean, no, you're right. You can't drive like that. I'm just saying, was it that hot? But they were like, oh, geez, you can't even take the sunshade out.
Photos of a high school senior walking to his graduation in cap and gown went viral in Alabama. His name is Corey Patrick, and he woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day this year to walk and catch a bus to school. So a radio host happened to drive by when he was going by with his cap and gown. His name is Ricky Smiley. He decided to reward the guy for his hard work by giving him a brand new car.
Damn.
Yeah, $25,000.
C-Man Radio. If we're not doing drugs, we're doing some good.
Yeah. But the other radio stations in town can't mention them and thank you them because that would be like talking about the competition, and we don't want anyone to think that there's another radio station anywhere on the planet than us. Just lock it in and rip off the knob. That is our genius mentality.
Right.
We can never triumph our own people for doing good. God forbid.
Radio.
God forbid we step into this century. A bunch of neighbors in North Carolina were sick of tourists using the private road as a shortcut to the beach, so in time for Memorial Day, they just made it a damn toll road.
That'll work.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah, they didn't do it the whole time. They just did it during, like, peak hours.
Oh, wait, how does that work? Like, the people on the street say, yo, dog, it cost you $5.
No, they set up, like, a little, here's the whole deal.
I mean, can you
It's
just
a
legally do that?
So it's a private road.
All
so
right.
legally, that part was okay.
All right.
And then they were like, can they charge for this? But
It's private, right?
And there's a certain amount of dues that only like 100 people pay into this road, so they're going to put it back into the road. But they just got like a giant stop sign. It's
right.
like they set up a checkpoint.
Okay.
And then if you paid like Friday $5, it was good for all weekend.
Dude, I've been on those roads in Mexico where you just give the guy $5 with a machine gun, man, and he'll let you go across his property to the airport in Cabo.
Let me tell you something.
Shortcuts,
Oh, really?
man. Oh, yeah,
Anywhere
hell
in
yeah.
Mexico, if a guy's got a machine gun, you got $20.
You can get anywhere you want.
You're okay.
Private road,
'cause
right
you
through my
first
property.
read that,
Seriously.
you're all
right.
Dead serious.
The headline of that story is like, these people are jackasses. But then they were just like, look, on big weekends, like it's crazy the amount of traffic.
Yeah. Oh, man, if things in Hawaii weren't bad enough, over 200,000 pounds of Spam have been recalled after people found shards of metal in the meat.
Oh.
So you thought it was bad with what's going on over there right
got
now with the volcano.
volcanoes.
Now all this Spam has had to been recalled.
And they use Spam on a lot of stuff.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. A guy at a restaurant in Arizona said he was eating a burger last week and bit into a fake fingernail. One of those plastic things? Yes, he did.
Where was he? Doesn't say where.
It just says a restaurant in Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm going to say he was at brunch.
This is good times. There's a new service that lets guys buy an actual scale drawing of their own junk to hang on their wall as art. That's right. Let me repeat that story. There's a new service that lets guys buy an actual scale drawing of their own junk to hang on their wall as a piece of artwork.
How much does it cost?
I don't know that.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it out like as gifts at
Why
Christmas.
don't you put it up like on your desk, like as a picture? Like there's your wife, there's your kids, there's your junk. You know what I mean?
Under Christmas
the
cards.
whole family, right? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's Christmas cards.
As you can tell, we're doing pretty good this year.
Here are a few updates on the 30-year-old guy
Wish
in New
you
York
were here.
who will not move out of his parents' house. There's a court order that says that guy's got to be out by Friday, but he told a reporter last week that he doesn't have any money for moving boxes. So, Alex Jones gave him $3,000 for some reason. Maybe that would help. Alex Jones. We know Alex Jones, right?
Sure.
Also, his former girlfriend says he has mental issues, and it turns out he
You
has an
think?
8-year-old son with her.
Really? That guy has mental
Yes,
issues.
exactly.
Hey.
This might be eye-opening if you're a parent. A teacher in Louisiana asked her second-grade students to name an invention that they don't like. Second grade. And they said cell phones. Because the kids' parents were constantly distracted by them, and they wouldn't pay any attention to their son.
Damn.
Think about that.
Come
That's
on,
a
man.
second grader.
That cuts deep when the kid gets home.
Sure, man.
Or does it, or they go, what? I'm on my phone, leave me alone.
I mean, is it that different on TV, though, back in the day?
Yes. Yes.
It's a lot different. I never
Yes.
have my phone out at home, man. Ever. If you have not called me or if I don't, like, it's just not out.
USA Today did a story on how to listen to all the stuff that Alexa has recorded you saying.
Uh-oh.
So if you want to know,
Yeah, you like it like that.
there's a way to get that
Call me
information.
daddy.
Is it just the stuff you've said to her, or the stuff all the stuff she's
No, all
recording?
the stuff,
The
man.
stuff that she has recorded you saying. So whatever's important in
It's
that
voice
algorithm to
activated.
Alexa. Yes.
Right. If you talk, right. That's it.
Ellicott City, Maryland, outside of Baltimore, just got hit with a flash flood for the second time in 3 years. The footage of the water rushing through downtown is crazy. 71-year-old woman recently went to Alaska and accomplished her longtime dream of doing a headstand in all 50 states.
Oh, yeah, I heard about her.
Oh, nice.
That's all right, huh?
That's something.
Some people collect stickers, whatever.
She does
They just
headstand.
want to be there.
Okay.
Headstand.
And versions are part of her
She's
practice.
71 years old, though, to do it.
Oh, no kidding.
Damn.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's taking her a while. Like, could you do a headstand right now?
No.
No.
I couldn't either. She's 71. That's impressive, right?
If you could do a headstand, would you go to all 50 states?
Okay, yes, exactly. We've got your headlines coming up 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
Yes, Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Nate. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
All right, Nate, you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. Here is your story. And what the arresting officer described as a coupon conundrum, a man attacked a Burger King worker who would not accept several coupons for discounted Whoppers. This, of course, according to the affidavit. Now, the police say that the 23-year-old man tried to use his coupons at a Burger King in Largo, Florida. However, apparently there was some kind of problem, and his coupons, they didn't work. So when the Burger King worker attempted to explain the, quote, coupon conundrum, the dude became what they're saying, quote, enraged and frustrated by the Whopper coupon situation. What did he do? He grabs this chick by the wrist and tries to pull her over the counter, or as they say, a physical altercation ensued. And several witnesses observed all of this go down. Long story short, this guy's charged with battery. He's booked into the county jail on the misdemeanor count, and he was released from custody after he posted $500 bond.
Wow.
$500. Wow. Do you believe that this, granted, it is Florida, this is like an everyday thing for them, but do you believe that this guy who really wanted a discount on his Whopper is black, white, Mexi, or Jew?
That's a tough one. What do you guys think?
You know, man, I went through a real long period there where I really appreciated the coupon. And I don't know if you've ever been to, in a poker match or anything like that where coupons are being exchanged for money. Coupons just, I don't know. Like
what do you mean? No, I don't think anybody's been in a poker match where coupons.
Yeah, I've never.
Oh yeah, we did that.
I got a $10 and I got a Campbell's label.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, I'm going to go white just based on coupon.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go white too.
Final answer.
Final answer.
All right, Nate. We'll find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Jewish next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Profile This takes us to the great state of Florida, and we go to one of my favorite places on this planet, Burger King, BKU.
I thought you were going to say Largo, Florida.
Oh, no. I was going to say Burger King. A man walked into a Burger King. He had some coupons. The woman said that for whatever reason, these coupons were not being accepted there. Either they had been expired. Whatever the reason was, it was not good enough for this gentleman. He grabbed the young lady and tried to yank her over the counter before being arrested.
Yeah, that is correct. And in spite of all of that, post $500 bond, off he goes, considered a misdemeanor. So, Nate, we asked you, did you believe this guy was black, white, Mexi, or Jew? And you went white.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. Black.
No, Ted. Sorry, your rap theory that you ran by us during the break, that is not it either. Mexi. Mexi. Yes, indeed.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Now, a lot of people might not know this, but, you have NBA and you have the NHL finals going on. Now, for me, the Stanley Cup final, I'll watch some hockey, but I won't lie. 2018, that's the year I've watched more hockey. Number one, you had Olympics, so there's physically more hockey on. And then number two is my team is in it. You all right?
Sorry, man. It's just you bring up NBA and NHL, and in my mind, I'm like, there's more N in NBA than NHL.
I love watching live sports. I think this is a great time of year when the NBA and the NHL playoffs are going on. Man, it seems like there's one game on every night that you can kind of check out.
Yeah, it's a fun time of year, right? There's playoff games on. Baseball's already, you're out of, the first couple months, you're doing stuff.
There's not a dominant team that's won 4-0 on anything, where a team had to wait around for a while. Well, I guess the Vegas technically had to wait around a little while, but most of the games are going to 7 in the NBA and NHL, and it's just exciting.
The Vegas thing, again, if you're not from the Washington, D.C. area, the Vegas story is a great story. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants them to win.
Brand new team.
Brand new team.
No one thought they thought the coach
First
was going to
season.
suck. The whole thing, they did everything wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
at the beginning.
it is pretty impressive. But the other thing you got to keep in mind.
I don't know what that was. I have no idea. But that's what they got a bad rap.
Well, basically, what they did was they let them draft some actual players.
Right.
It was a little more fair instead of just being you're the new team. Blah
Good
blah
luck.
blah.
Sure.
Right. People got to pick and choose. All right, well, I'll take one of Montgomery's guys. So the Golden Knights, right? They're in Las Vegas. Las Vegas does a lot of things, big time, showtime, if you will. So the intro to this game was very dramatic to the point of where, if you were watching this on TV, they stopped and said, "Hey, they got a special intro." So I'm only going to play you a small snippet, and then I'll tell you more.
The Golden Knights army has vanquished the kings.
I like Kings.
All right, I got that. I like that.
On sharks
San Jose Sharks.
and grounded the Jets.
Winnipeg.
Conquering enemies on land, sea, and air. The West belongs to Vegas.
All right. Go to the Men's Room Facebook page. If you haven't seen this, go there and watch it. This thing goes on for 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
To the point of that starts, right? And that part was kind of cool.
Sure.
It's like this giant thing sweeps across the ice. It's the Golden Knights are taking the country.
And then Lothal took the high hills.
Yes, they had dudes come out in skates and were like, "Oh, now there's the Capitals."
Oh, no.
And they came out and skated around in the dark, and they had a flag. There was a sword fight
Oh, my
at
God.
center ice before this started between the Red Knights and the Golden Knights.
If you're a minor league team,
Oh, my God.
you made it this far, you don't need all that now.
Right.
Like, if you sucked, you might need a lot of that. You might need to have, Grizzly Bear Night, where, they parade a real grizzly bear around and, offer, some crazy hot dog made out of a donut or whatever. But when you're in the Stanley Cup, you've kind of already established that no gimmicks are required now, right?
Well, and I don't mind a gimmick, right?
I don't mind a
Unleash
gimmick
the Fury,
either.
whatever. Everybody's got their thing.
But keep the crowd. You started strong, right? Because you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
You're telling their story, and of course you do it in your big dramatic way. The crowd is going to be fired the F up. And I would be fired up if I live in Vegas and this is happening, right? But by the time you get to now a sword fight, I've lost it all. It's like when your favorite rock band plays 2 ballads in a row, man. I'm sorry, I'm sitting down for this.
Honestly, it was unbelievable. And so my friends,
These
we
people
have
from-
been in an argument about this, but it's exactly like you always joke about, the evil out Californians. That's what it's like. Oh, the Washington Capitals.
They're so terrible. They're so stupid they pay taxes but don't have a voter voice.
Yeah, I mean, there was actual archery people.
Jesus.
No way.
This is all the intro?
Archerists?
Golden Knights.
Yeah, and
they
they're
trying to bring back
they're supposed to be shooting fake flames over and it explodes on the Capitals guys.
And
I
don't
won't
forget,
give a,
tonight is ye old hot dog night. 2
Yeah.
hot dogs for $12.
This isn't my joke. My cousin texted it to me first, but the internet's all been saying the same thing. All right, we've all been to medieval times.
Right.
Cool it,
Dinner
Vegas.
served.
Yeah. It was unbelievable, man. But again, it is Vegas.
Sure.
They do everything over the top.
Time out, Ted. I don't know if really everyone does know what medieval times is. You might need to explain this to people.
All right, the medieval times is a
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah, that's true.
Because I mean that's serious.
No, you're right.
Now,
If
think about where there's not one here, right?
Sure, sure.
I mean, I don't know.
Medieval times, I would say, made famous also by the movie The Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medieval times is a place you go to eat, and they have actual horses and jousting. You have chicken on a bone, turkey legs, right? And soda.
This is the restaurant.
You're in a medieval arena, like a Shakespearean arena.
Except
you
for
gotta-
Coca-Cola.
But you're there to eat.
Yeah.
And you're there to smell horse crap
As
and
you
watch
eat.
ye old reenactors.
You're there to eat and enjoy sport.
There's people wearing metal mesh. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like one of those places.
Yes.
Which is kind of like the whole Golden Knight era.
And one of them is always the Red Knight, kind of like the one with the Capitals.
Forged metal and steel.
Go down, Red Knight.
Swords and...
Yeah. So that's why everybody's just is this medieval times? Hurry up.
Yeah, right.
And then they had to stop 2
Service,
times.
where's the food?
As the ice was all messed up.
Oh, no way.
Well, it didn't hurt that it's Vegas and it's 100 degrees.
Well, yeah.
And everybody knows you get a choppy puck and some stuff like that. Yeah, but it was pretty insane. Just go to the Men's Room Facebook page. Like I said, that intro, by the way, again, 5 minutes. And
Right.
I mean, the coverage stayed with it the entire time. But yeah, 5 minutes of that stuff.
Well, that's Vegas. Mm-hmm. That's kind of fantastic, though.
All right. If you know somebody that really likes drinking, or like, let's say you're known for smoking weed.
All
right,
okay, you are throwing us curveballs left and right.
Whoa, who are these people?
So if you're the guy that's kind of known for smoking weed, do you think it's fair for this to blame somebody else?
No,
Right? Like you're the guy that smokes weed.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
Matthew
exactly.
McConaughey to me is kind of known for being a weed smoker.
Yeah, playing the bongos naked. He got arrested.
Yes. He was giving an interview, and he said maybe Snoop had something to do with it.
What was the most notable thing Snoop did during your work time together?
He snooped me.
He did snoop you?
You know what being snooped is?
I think I have a pretty good
Yeah, I
idea.
got fairly indecent. You got snooped.
Would you get snooped? Would the snooping come before you shot your scenes or after you shot the
My
scenes?
particular snooping was all recorded on camera, and I'm not quite sure what we did that night. But I'd gone on set. My snooping happened when there was a scene where I'm going to Snoop. I've got writer's block, and Snoop has the magic weed, right? Uh-huh. But I go to Snoop, and I go to the prop man to make sure I've got prop weed. Now, prop weed is not real weed. It's like crushed oregano and stuff. Yeah, good idea. So we get in the scene. It's about a 6-minute scene, fast back and forth. All of a sudden, the end, he goes, "Yo, Moondog." And that's my character. He goes, "That ain't prop weed. That's Snoop weed." I went, "Oh, you son of a gun." Now, the next 9 hours were a lot of fun, but I don't believe he used one word in the English language.
Did you coin that term, snooping? Because I think you might have started
Oh,
something
as I said
there.
the next day, I said, I got snooped. Like, yeah, Moondog. He said,
He probably loved that.
You hit 4 in the park home runs last night.
I mean, I get it that he thought he was smoking fake weed, but like, you're McConaughey. Like, you're most famous for being a stoner.
Not only that,
But
but you're
it's
more
Snoop's
famous.
weed.
You're also going into character, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So he's famous for going, if you're going to go into character, he's going to go into character.
But the other thing, too, is, man, like, again, it's Snoop's weed. It's just a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, when 100% of the people that have ever smoked Snoop's weed explain that it is different than other weed that they have smoked.
Which is true.
Even John
Right.
Travolta said that he experimented with some things before he did Pulp Fiction so he could get an idea of what he needed to look like and act like.
All right. Really? What did he experiment with?
He didn't get specific, but I think you know what he was into.
Yeah, well, I mean, his character was doing heroin.
Right.
Yeah. But that's like,
little
what was the TV show that had the crazy doctor and he was all strung out? House, maybe.
He was eating pills?
Yes.
House.
And that guy admitted, that actor said the same thing. Like, he spent like a month or two basically like eating pills because he wanted to know how people would react.
I want to be an actor. Look, there's one role I want to play in any one of your movies, man. Oh, I've done all the drugs, man.
I'm researching this role as a porn star.
Right.
Let's see. TV lately, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, has been full of positive, great, fun stories.
Of course.
So where do we want to start? All right, let's start with the latest news. Roseanne Barr, who came back with Roseanne, got monster ratings, this and that. Roseanne went on to Twitter and tweeted out some basically just racist stuff. So then Roseanne is gone now. So the show has been canceled. ABC canceled it. Their exact quote was, Roseanne's Twitter statement was abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values. We decided to cancel her show. Kind of a giant deal, considering that show just came back and is a massive success. Wanda Sykes, very funny comedian who's a black woman. She was credited as a consulting producer. Basically, the timeline kind of worked out. Roseanne sends his tweets, and then some of the people on the show were like, all right, I'm not coming back to work on that show anymore. So then ABC finally just said, all right.
And
we're gonna cancel it.
there were some other, they pulled the syndication too. I just read that not too long ago. So I guess she was on Hulu. So they announced that they won't air episodes of Roseanne. There was a couple more.
Hulu, I'd
CMT,
imagine
TV Land.
TV Land's got to still have episodes of Roseanne.
And Paramount Network also announced they would be pulling the show. So not only did they cancel the new version of the show, but the old version that was in syndication, I don't know if all the networks, but a number of them pulled that as well, looks like.
Yeah. And I mean, look.
Well, that's what everyone does now, man. It's like, we're not dealing with it. Everyone's out. Period. Right?
Yeah. Right. And I mean, there's a lot of things with the situation that are not good. But I think one of the things I didn't really think about till today, you read that and it's like, oh, they canceled the show. But, people were saying, like, yeah, well, like 200 people just lost their jobs, too.
Right.
You know, and then you would think some of the other actors who hopefully were in on the syndication stuff, like, sure, they're a little upset with her right now. All right.
Well, that was a paycheck.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
So that's that one.
You got more good news?
Oh, man. TV's just been...
happy.
Well, hang on, because as you go through that, because I'm doing headlines, you know, Mike Hawk, he's at the, what they call it, the Dude Ranch, whatever is like the Bunny Ranch, but where the guys are. Yeah, so one of the stories I had, well, that's what he told me. Yeah, it's time to get rid of the Roseanne, so good, because I don't feel like reading it. Yeah.
Were you going to talk about Arrested Development?
No, I was not.
Oh, more fun.
More fun.
Oh, no. I don't even know what this story is
about. Jeffrey Tambor.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
So basically...
Who's a scary-looking dude anyway?
Strange. Jessica Walter, who's on Arrested Development, she comes out... The whole show is doing, like, an interview. She comes out and, like, she is physically crying. Like, hey, I need to finally get past this, but I want to bring it up. This guy used to harass me on the set and was very, just, like, screaming at people. So then Jason Bateman and a couple other people came out and were like, no, it's fine. That's just how actors are, this and that. And it's like, basically, they've had to come back out and apologize for kind of defending him because he's,
I guess there's this old school thing in Hollywood where you're an ass to people for no reason. And so they're trying to justify whatever reason that is. And it's like, no, I don't think that level of what you're doing right now is acceptable. So I think that was the polite way to explain it. Even though they were saying, like, look, I guess when they, everyone's been screamed at, everyone's had to deal with an ass, everyone is part of the business, or
right.
whatever they're.
Yeah, and I get it. They're trying to explain it like that's just part of what it is. But I agree with Jessica here.
Yeah,
like,
I do too.
It's like, no, like you're an actor, man. You don't need to be screaming at me on the set.
You don't need to be treating anyone like that. Period. No matter who you are.
I get it. You got nothing else.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah,
right.
I'm talking about that.
Right. So Andy has sexual allegations, so probably won't see him on there anymore. Then so they defended him, so then they had to come back and apologize for that. You know what? Let's go a little bit lighter.
Oh, right.
This one's funny.
Yes, bring the humor,
man. God damn.
No, this is real TV news.
I know, like I've been trying to avoid this stuff forever. And it's just like. This is everywhere.
It's filled with
like
positive
all the TV stuff.
Where are my positive vibes?
Yeah. Now I'm back to like watching the damn Golden Knights play the Red Knights.
Yeah.
I just like this. Honestly, I just like the way they wrote this. Ari Laurendijk Jr. now feels 100% betrayed by The Bachelor.
Who the hell is that? Is that a man or woman?
This was the guy that he made the most recent episode of The Bachelor notable because he proposed to Becca. And then calling off the engagement.
Yeah.
So now he's calling out The Bachelor?
He says he feels betrayed.
What did they do to him?
He says basically they edited stuff together.
You mean the man who went on TV to become famous, to marry a chick, where he get to pick from 30 to be a celebrity?
You didn't know they were going to edit this together.
You didn't realize that this was a deal?
Right. Now
maybe not the brightest.
Now that's this whole argument. It's like you guys edited it and made me look bad. Like, first of all, you're on a TV show where this is what they're going to do.
This is what they do.
Second of all, you propose to a girl and then like days or a week later we're like, crap, my bad. I want to propose to the other one. Like,
on a TV show.
I hadn't slept with the other one yet, so I didn't know.
Right. And the whole idea is that you have to do this all on the TV show.
How would you not know that?
It's almost like you're talking to that swimmer guy. What was his name? Just genius.
Ryan Lochte?
Ryan Lochte.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, is that what's upstairs there? I know you're good looking.
It has.
You got to be on the show.
You went on a TV show to get married.
My God, I mean, you surely got to know more than you. Hopefully.
No, you went on a TV show to get married, so you're starting with an idiot at best, right?
Did you not even read one line you signed on that contract?
Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, is like, well, like I still got love for the show, but they're kind of making me out to be this bad person in America. And it's like...
You kind of made a boneheaded move there.
You went on the show and you proposed to one girl and it didn't.
I'm going to be honest with you. With everything going on in America, no one's worried about you, bro.
Yeah, the news cycle has forgotten about him.
Right, don't sweat it. Jeez.
Yeah, just be excited. You still got that interview in GQ.
Okay. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. We've got your headlines on the way coming up here in just a few minutes. You're listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to South Carolina, where two reporters covering Alberto lose their life when a tree uproots and falls. We head to Cedar Point in Ohio, where riders were stuck on a roller coaster for 2 hours after the power stalls. Florida couple sues McDonald's for $5 million for not charging for cheese. Sesame Street suing movie for puppets using Kleenex and not when they sneeze. And someone released a whole lot of rabbits on Long Island. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
I am not Mike Hawk. WYFF in South Carolina. They're mourning the loss of two of its journalists that were killed while covering the effects of Alberto. That's the subtropical storm hitting the region. News anchor Mike McCormick and his photojournalist Aaron Smeltzer, they were killed when the tree fell on their SUV, this one there in North Carolina, about 30 miles away from their actual TV station. Believe it or not, they were driving. This tree landed directly on top, and they lost both of them. That is a sad story. On a lighter note, a power outage at an amusement park in Ohio. Well, it left riders stranded on some of its roller coasters and other rides for about 2 hours. A spokesman for Cedar Point is an awesome amusement park, by the way.
That whole area's got great amusement parks.
They say the park lost power Monday afternoon when a car hit a utility pole, all right? But at this point, there were some people stuck, particularly on a train, going up the 300-foot-tall Millennium Force roller coaster. Park employees helped the people off the rides. They were able
How'd you like to walk down that flight of steps?
300 feet.
Power goes out. If you have to be on a ride, man, what are you going to do?
We go to Florida, where, in fact, two people, they filed a lawsuit against McDonald's earlier this month for not knocking anything off the price if you order a quarter pounder without cheese. All right, so if you order a quarter pounder with cheese, you'll pay for the sandwich. Say it runs for $4, I don't know. And if you order the quarter pounder without cheese, it'll still cost you $4.
I understand.
So their argument boils down to something pretty simple. A hamburger costs less at McDonald's than a cheeseburger, so clearly the cheese has some monetary value. So why wouldn't you get a discount if you have them hold the cheese? Somehow they feel that warrants $5 million in damage.
I mean, they're right. I don't know where they got $5 million. I do agree with them. It should be 10 cents cheaper.
I agree 100%.
But when we grew up, there was a quarter pounder on the menu and a quarter pounder with cheese.
That's right.
And now I'm pretty sure it's just the quarter pounder with cheese. Mm-hmm. So the only sandwich that exists is the one with cheese.
Because no one ordered the one without cheese.
Exactly.
But it should cost less. All right. I don't know how you expect to get $5 million. All right, let's go to some very serious news out of the world of cinema. I'll just read you the headline. Sesame Street sues over film with, quote, ejaculating puppets. The movie is called The Happy Time Murders. It stars Melissa McCarthy, and she plays alongside of a bunch of larger puppets that loosely resemble Muppets, okay? The thing about this is, part of their tagline for this movie, it says, no sesame, all street. And as you get their sex craze, it's violent, etc., etc. Sesame Street is worried that it tricks little kids. Keep in mind, the movie's rated R. Will trick kids into thinking that this has some association with Sesame Street. They want it to be clear that there's no association. That said, I actually want to see that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was giggling at that.
It just looks so stupid.
Is it based on a true story or something that happened with the Muppets and the creation of it?
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
It's just the idea.
It's going to look like
so. Happy Time is a true puppet village, all right? Not in real life, but as the movie goes, there's Happy Time, and that's where these puppets live. Obviously, loosely based on Sesame Street.
I see.
I think like several of them are now getting hunted down, all right? So they hire an outside detective, which I believe is Melissa McCarthy. So now she's in Happy Land, helping the rest of these puppets investigate the crime.
It sounds like an interesting premise.
I think it's hilarious. And apparently, like I said, they're sex crazed, but Sesame Street, the people behind Sesame Street, do not like it. They're tickling me elbows a little different. All right, let's go to Long Island, where officials there, they're offering a reward for information leading to the person or people responsible for dumping 27 rabbits by a Suffolk County train station. Apparently, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals says it was notified on Sunday that a number of domestic rabbits were in the vicinity of the, I cannot pronounce the name of this train station. Said other animal welfare groups, they went there and captured the bunnies. See, this is how you know what side the media's on, right? When you're a rabbit, potentially you are food or roadkill. When you are a bunny, that's their way of saying, we are cheering for you, right?
You're cute.
It's the Easter bunny, not the Easter rabbit. Anyway, they've all been rounded up. They've taken to Facebook. They're looking for the public's help, and maybe they'll put some to needed homes if that's the case. But that's their problem. All right, now, this story I just saw today is fresh off the presses. Man has 6-inch shower head removed from his rectum.
Oh, man. Wow.
As the story goes...
How did he get that high up on the wall?
Well, okay, I'm going to tell you what he told the doctor. This
is one of the ones you could take off.
No, here it is. All right, you see? So it's 6 inches out, lengthwise.
That's a Kohler.
That is... It does look like a Kohler.
It looks like the 6-jet handle.
They don't put that in their ad. But anyway, it should be noted that he told the doctor that he, quote, accidentally slipped.
Doctor?
Somehow, he slipped.
Oh, yeah, he slipped already.
With his legs spread and fell up.
I can't believe he didn't give himself I can't believe he didn't do more damage internally.
Well, that's one of the things.
You're not supposed to... Yeah, you're not...
The water's still on?
Believe it or not,
you can really mess yourself up, though.
Well, they say that. They say, look, his vitals were stable. There was no evidence of blood in his rectum. I'd hate to be the guy that check for blood in his blowhole. Like, nothing's worth that. Scans revealed that the shower head was 6 inches deep also into the man's pelvis, but it had not caused any internal damage. They gave him general anesthetic. Doctors removed the object. No serious damage had been caused. He was allowed to go home 48 hours later. The report notes that the correct size, material, and number of objects needs to be determined before treatment can proceed, right? So he gets in there, he says a shower head, and they go, that's great. But does it have different parts? Is it going to unscrew? So he had to sit there with this thing stuck in his butt until they could figure all that out and figure out how to operate it.
Lovely.
And we leave you with that. Shower head.
All right, thank you, Steve. We'll see you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. The word is back. Another round of Profile This. And once again, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. But in the meantime, we be all about this badge. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.